This guy called me today. This dude I met at the park in NoHo, and he had a cute little stocky, little chubby little dog. It was like a bulldog. It was so cute, breathing all nasty and slobbing all over the place. His owner looked just like him. They were twins. But the dog was so cute. And I was meditating, and he came up to me and started slobbering on me, and I was just like, oh, come here, blah, 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 blah. He took full advantage of, his dog being cute and me being super into his dog, and he was like, what's your name? My name is... I invite him out to my show or whatever, and we exchange info, but this motherfucker keep calling, he keep texting, and hey, this such and such, what you doing? What you doing? But anyway, I was like, yo, come to my show. I'm not interested in you. But hey, you might be a good friend to me. I don't know. This fool, in the middle of me saying that, he starts cussing out somebody in the background so bad. Hey, hold on, Lex. Nigga, I'll fuck your ass up. Don't try me, nigga. Get the fuck away from here. Then he came back and got back on the phone with me like it didn't happen. Hey, what's up, Lex? Like, that was intense, bro. That's what I said to him. And this is what he said back to me. Man, these white people think they could just do anything they motherfucking want to do, but I had to let that nigga know. Something is in the ether right now. Is this Animal Farm? Y'all know the book? Did y'all read? Basically, humans were oppressive. Humans were tyrannical. Not good. And the animals took over. They killed all the humans. They ran them away. They took over the farm, created their own society, and eventually started to act like humans. Animals walk on fours, right? 4 legs. These animals started walking upright on 2 legs. They started wearing clothes. They started smoking cigars. They started eating at the dinner table. And then they started dividing up amongst themselves and being like, oh, I'm a chicken, you're a cow. I'm better than you. They started turning on each other. They became the oppressor. Y'all remember the last episode I was talking about going through that program, which was like an emotional technology, gave me the tools to go inside my subconscious and wipe this shit out. If one person doesn't go, no one goes. Y'all remember that? One thing that I got to clear in that program was my trauma with white people. I got to yell at white people for 45 minutes straight. A white man, I got to yell at a white woman, I got to yell at white people, young and old. But these motherfuckers had to listen to me pour out what my mama had to say, what my grandma had to say, what my ancestors had to say. And I did this in front of a room full of people because remember I told you I went through this program with about 70 other niggas, okay? Different kinds of people from all different walks of life, different professions, like I told you, different races. Predominantly white because this program costs a couple racks to go through. So, these motherfuckers all watch me pour, let it all out. All this anger, all this hostility, all this hurt and sadness and despair and you told Harpo to beat me energy just came out of me. And I was like, we lost our generational wealth. You tried to get my mama fired because she was black. It was discrimination. She had 2 kids at home to feed. And y'all just didn't like to see a free black woman. Yo, I'm not playing with you. And I remember sitting down after that, and I felt like it was like something, it was like a weight off my shoulders. It was like I could breathe deeper than I've ever breathed in my life. And hold on, let me just say this, y'all. This program wasn't just about me going off on white people. I went off on a lot of people. Interestingly enough, like, I cleared a lot with my family, a lot of family trauma. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. We'll get to this in another episode. I had a lot of black people trauma. Actually, most of my trauma in my life came from black people. And I'm just being honest. But the crazy part about me going through this program, right? The crazy fucking part was I spent this day going off on white people, went off on my family, and I never once in this program touched the black trauma that I had. I never once touched the black trauma. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because black people, we just feel like, especially because when we in front of other people, it's like we don't want to like air our dirty laundry out in front of other people because we don't want to betray the race. But goddamn, and to be honest, a lot of our trauma comes from ourselves. When you go through stuff, all that negative energy is stored in your body. This is science. It's all stored in your body. So if you don't actively do something to release these things that are stored in your body, they're just in you. The day I yelled at white people, the day I did this, the day I did that, the day I released XYZ. Consistently, guys, and this was across the board, not just with me, with other people that went through this program, we kept feeling stuff in our body, just strong, long farts. Like you just felt stuff just coming loose. Like it was like a fart right here. Release, release, release. It was stuff releasing all in my body. I've never felt physical sensations like that in my life. Besides a fart. I remember talking to people like, yo, do you feel stuff in your body? And the trainers would tell me, yeah, knots coming loose. Man, after that day I went off on all them white niggas, I just felt this thing deep in my stomach just break apart. And I felt a level of freedom that I had never felt in my life. Another level of like vibrating. So you have to do the work to heal your motherfucking self. Or you will keep looking and blaming everybody and everything in your exterior for your shit. And that is not how you live in Wonderland. That is not how you create magic. That is not how you access the God within you. At the graduation, y'all, I felt like I did hella drugs. And when you go through this program, you can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't do nothing. You have to be completely sober, right? When I tell y'all, I felt like I was floating, like I wasn't even walking no more. I was like gliding. I was like, everywhere I went. I was singing, and the birds would land on my pinky and be looking at a bird and singing to that nigga in my backyard. That's the type of life I was living after I went through this program, right? But my mom looked at me at the graduation. My mom is hood as fuck. I love you, mommy. And I was just giving everybody love and just open and just like, hey, guys, life is good. I love everybody, like this and that. My mama said, what you been doing? And I'm like, what? She like, what? My pupils were so dilated after I left this program. It's like I had just left a rave and did ecstasy all night. My pupils were so enlarged. I felt like somebody in like Wolf of Wall Street, like, like I had just binged on drugs all night. It was that scene in the mirror, like, what the fuck? My pupils had never been that huge sober. And it has to do with light, but there are some people that could be out and it could be the sunniest, brightest day, right? And they pupils are still gonna be like, ah! Like my friend Jackson, that I love like a brother. Jackson's going to be performing. He's the opening act at the show I'm producing on Thursday. His pupils are like cat pupils. No matter if we're in a dark place, if I could put a flashlight in this nigga's face and his pupils are going to be like, shh. And he has blue eyes, but literally that black pupil It's like a little blue rim on the outside of his pupils, and they're just like wide open. And my pupils look like Jackson's pupils after I got out of this program. I'm a seeker. I'm a seeker. I'm a seeker. I don't let shit like this happen and me be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go on about my life and act like, no, bro, it's time to do some due diligence. My antennas was like, yeah, y'all. After I did that program and my pupils were as wide as Lizzo's ass, I didn't just go down the rabbit hole. I dived in that bitch.